Hi guys, Asmo here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about some currency making strategies, the general state of the league, and some of the things that I think the PoE community is weirdly obsessed with that is actually reducing their enjoyment from the game. So let's talk about first the last thing that I mentioned, which is this obsession that everybody has with going to T16 maps as soon as possible. I need to go to T16 maps and I need to have every single map T16. I need to have all the watchstones, because if I don't have all the sextants, then I'm losing value from currency. I don't have sextants on watchstones, and oh my god, right? And they're like, oh, and I can't make currency, so I have to go to the absolute end game to make currency. Like, no, you have it absolutely fucking backwards, right? Like, here is the thing. I have not progressed to red maps. I have not done I have done like few red maps for completion for some points today, but I don't even need to do that. All my strategy requires is getting to tier 9 maps, and then I can do everything I want, and I can make a mirror if I want, just being in T9 maps max, right? The strategy that I'm using is basically essences, harvest, and crafting, right? So I have a Atlas skill tree that basically is exactly how I posted it before the league, right? Because I was gonna go into this league and be like, okay, I'm gonna focus on crafting, and I'm gonna learn some more about crafting. I'm gonna grab essences and harvest and learn how to utilize harvest properly. So that's what I'm doing, right? And I made a ton of currency. My character is just dirt cheap, unoptimized, like just comfy playstyle, because it's like tornado shot, elemental, right, with Trinity. But I have garbage gear. I have like 3-link gloves that I cannot even 4-link because they're item level 16, because I got them at like early levels during leveling. I have crap that I had from like blood aqueducts and stuff. This is, I think I got this ring in like act 9 or something and unveiled it randomly, right? I got like just complete garbage gear, and then I crafted, I bought Harry's ire, right, for like 30 chaos or something like that early on, and then I crafted myself a bow, right? I crafted myself a bow with essences. I just got the divination cards for the 6-link bow, crafted it with essences. Dirt cheap character. I got nothing. Like, my flasks are not rolled. This is flask. This flask is item level 15 because it's probably like from act 2. Like, I got just complete garbage gear. I don't need to progress. I don't need to make my character strong, and I can make a lot of currency. Here we got like, what is it? This is like 30x, and then I got like another that in like crafts for sale. Then I got tons of crafting bases and crafting materials that are like another 20x. I can easily just buy omniscience or whatever the hell I want, and I have no problem with upgrading my character. I just wanted to just focus on crafting now, and I'm having a good time with that, and I don't need to go to T16 maps to do that. And people are talking about how, oh no, there's this crazy toxic boss carry meta where streamers are abusing the fact that they're streamers and we have to pay them money so that they kill bosses for us, and because they're streamers they can get so many people to actually see that they are doing the boss carry, so that they will go to get all the clients, right? So that's how some people, for example, made currency. And I mean, it's something you can do, right? Like, I'm not particularly for it or against it. I think it is what it is, right? And people are doing it and making currency because they have an advantage, right? So they're using their advantage. So basically it is what it is, but you don't have to get all the watchstones. You don't have to get to T16 maps. If the game is at some point like difficult, right, I could upgrade my character like crazy, right? I could just spend all the currency I have, make my character super juiced. But I don't need to do that because I'm making a huge amount of currency by just like spamming cheap essences on like 5C bases and getting some spell suppression, life, and res, and selling that for like 30-40 chaos, right? It's very, very simple. So you don't need to do like super special things. You can also do other things, right? Like, crafting is not the only thing you can do. You could just focus on farming essences and then farm also, for example, harbingers or something, right? Because annual orbs are very expensive. They're like 6 chaos, like at least if you're buying like in a little bit of a bulk. I don't know how much are horizon orbs, but it's like these things are gonna be definitely selling. Like, Harbies are pretty good this league, actually better than before, right? So you can do a bunch of different strategies. You can do a bunch of different making strategies where you can make, I don't know, 20, 30, 50, 100 eggs if you want in just yellow maps, no problem, right? Because in Harvest, if you want to be able to craft on every single piece of gear, you need item level 76 crafts, which means item level 76 zone, and that comes from T9 maps. So I'm doing T9 and T10 maps, whatever is like a cool layout. I just buy them in bulk for like 1C each and just have like really nice maps. I run them white. I don't roll them. I don't roll them with anything. I don't use any chisels. I don't use any alchemy orbs or orbs of binding or chaos or val orbs. I don't use any fragments. I don't use any scarabs. I don't use anything other than essence on the map device for 3C, and I get like, I don't know, 20, 30, sometimes 50, sometimes 60 chaos worth of essences. Like for example, these essences of horror, they're worth like 18 to 20C each. They're huge because people are crafting lots of helmets, like they're crafting minion helmets and righteous fire helmets with these, so they sell for a lot. And then also when I get harvest, sometimes I can flip one of these essences. I flipped like a whole stack of 9 hysterias into 9 essences of horror, made huge amounts of currency by combining harvest and essences. It's a really good way to just very cheaply access like currency making strategies. Just craft some gear, craft gear for yourself. Like you're gonna have tons of essences, you're gonna be able to craft yourself a bow, or you're gonna be able to craft yourself a claw, whatever you need, right? I'm not gonna give you specific crafts because you know how it is. If I tell somebody, hey, craft this specific belt or craft this specific amulet or whatever, then people are gonna do that, and then it's no longer gonna be profitable, and people are gonna be like, yo, why did you give me strategy that's not profitable, right? Because I did it one day too late. But yeah, basically you can do that. You don't need to rush to these high tier maps, and that's also what people are struggling with, right? People have builds that are not optimized. They are not focusing on making currency. They're just focusing on progressing their atlas, and they're like in red maps, struggling, dying all the time to the new rares that are super overtuned. And one thing about the rares, I don't actually mind them being that overtuned. I think certain interactions definitely need to be looked at, and certain mods should be removed because they're just really bad design. But yeah, basically that's my issue, right? My issues are the ones that are like badly designed and just very annoying, because you can simply like, I understand something being difficult because it takes longer to kill, or it's basically it either takes longer to kill, or it does more damage, or it's faster, right? All of these things are cool. Or it has like this prison mechanic. Like that's annoying, but that's annoying in a way where you can counter it, right? As long as it's not too frequent, right? As it like the cast speed is not too fast, you can just dash out of it or whatever, and you're fine, right? And you're totally fine. But you have to like react to something that's happening, creates interactive gameplay. That's fine. But what I hate is these fucking on-death degen effects. These constant chaos volatiles, which they will not hit you, but you have to like wait. They drop, you have to move away. Now they drop on the ground. Now you have to wait, and then you can go and loot something. Like, it's so fucking stupid. It just makes you wait for no reason. It's like you kill a mob, like you kill the essence mob, right? And you drop like 6 essences, and there's like a fucking giant white cold dot on the ground. So you cannot go into that, right? So you have to like wait 3 seconds, or if you have flask charges, I can just go in and like use the flask charges a couple times and just pick it all up and leave. But like I have to wait, and it's like, hello, Chris Wilson, can I loot now? No, I need to have fun for 3 more seconds. Okay, I had fun for 3 more seconds. Now I can loot. Thank you. It's like, it's such a bad mechanic. Like all these like dots on the ground after you kill a monster should not deal damage when the monster is dead. Just like, for example, when your character is doing something like, I think poison still works, but like certain things, when you shoot a skill and your character dies, it no longer does damage. That's what it should do for the monsters. If you kill the monster, the damage over time should not do any damage to you, right? So if it's on death effect, just remove that from the game, because nobody likes that. It's really bad, it's uninteractive, unenjoyable, and just really bad for the game. That's like the main criticism I have. These like on death effects that are like degens that are on the ground and that have nothing to do with the monster. You killed the monster a long time ago, but you still cannot loot the items because this fucking degen is on the ground. So that's really annoying. But other than that, I'm really enjoying the league, particularly by not doing the league mechanic at all, right? Like, I'm not doing the league mechanic because my strategy has nothing to do with the league mechanic, but you could just sit in lower tier maps, do the league mechanic, juice up your drops, and make currency that way. You could do heist, you could do many other things. There are so many different league mechanics, there are so many different things in the league that you can be doing that you can definitely make tons of currency without progressing to T16 maps. So if you're gonna take away anything from this video, just remember that you don't need to rush to progress your Atlas to make a decent amount of currency that is gonna allow you to just purchase any type of upgrade you want. Like, I'm playing very inefficiently, I'm learning, I'm discovering new things about crafting. That's basically what was my goal for this league start, to learn more about crafting and see a little bit more of that side of the game. And I'm really enjoying it and having a good time just making a bunch of currency, and then I'm just gonna upgrade my build and play and do whatever I want, right? And without struggling a single time during this league because of the approach that I took to this league start. But that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hope your league start is going well, and see you next time. Bye bye.